Hi, I am BK. Today I want to teach you some things about English generally. What is English? Why do we learn English? English is a language of business over the world, and we learn English because we need to deal with the world. If you are living in any quarter of the world, you have to communicate with the rest of the world. It doesn't matter if you live in an advanced side or area or quarter of the world, or you are living in backward areas. There are differences amongst the world's advancement and backwardness. Even if you are living in Europe, only British, England is in the Europe, they speak English natively. Rest of the entire continent of Europe, they don't speak in English. French, German, Spanish, Italian, Bulgarian, everyone speaks their own language. But still, there is a common language amongst them, that's English. They make understand each other in English. But there is a single English-speaking country in the Europe. There is America, Canada, and Australia. They are out of the borders of the Europe. If you are living in Asia, in Russia, China, Korea, or other this kind of country, or you are Arab, still, even if you are a Russian, still you need to learn English because you have to communicate with the rest of the world. You can't communicate the world with your own native language or with your national language. If you need to communicate, to live with the world, you have to learn English. Now, how can you learn English? There are 3 ways to learn English. A proper course, to listen to the speakers carefully, to read, to write. Now, you need environment as well. If you are living in a non-English speaking country and you are trying to learn English, you will learn English, but not as good as you are living in some English speaking environment. Grammar is necessary, vocabulary is necessary, speaking power and listening power is also necessary. You have to increase all of them at the same way. If you don't speak, you don't have material to speak like vocabulary, so if you don't know the names of some things, still you will fail to speak English. If you have no clue about the grammar, so you can miss up the things. If you are talking some things about the future, you can show them in the past. That's why you need an overcome or your grammar. The same way you need to speak. For example, theoretically, I have studied everything about driving or flying, but I'm not an accomplished driver. I'm not a qualified pilot with just reading the theoretical things. Or if I'm a doctor, I want to be a doctor until I'm not practicing the things while I'm learning my course. So I will study the books written about the medicals, the medics, the patients, the treatments, but I'm not a complete doctor until I go through a proper practice. The same way a language, especially English language. There is a big competition over the world. Every country needs to learn English because this is not a goodness you are doing with English. This is your need to learn English. So now if you need to learn English, you have to go through some processes. Like I already said, speaking, writing, reading, but practice. To listen carefully the people they are speaking English, even they are natively speaker or they have just learned English like me. I am not a natively English speaker person. Neither my native language is English nor my national, but I learn English. Why? Because I have been in an environment with the Americans or British where I learned the proper English. It doesn't mean that someone should speak properly, completely English. To learn something complete is impossible for everyone. Even if someone is natively English speaker and you are testing him in English, he won't be able to qualify entire the test with 100% scores, marks. There will still be some shortcomings with a person who is natively English speaker. And if you are learning English as a second language, English is your second language, so there could be many shortcomings. But a person, a human being, has a nature, and this is a duty of a human being to try as much as someone could to qualify, to make complete, to decrease the mistakes, the shortage, the shortcomings, and increase the overcome over a language. So the same way, if someone is learning English, grammar and environment. For example, I will give you some examples about proper learning English. For example, someone is speaking English, the listener is natively English speaker, and this one he thinks that he is speaking the same as the native is speaking, but there is difference. The second language speaker can never speak like a native, but you can decrease the distance between the non-native speaker and the native speaker as much as you can. You can try again and again. For example, they say, I understand. For example, on the board, someone says to you something and you are getting his picture, you say, I understand. I understand. It means you are telling him that what you are saying to me, I am getting everything. And if you are an American or British and you are a native speaker, I gotcha you. I got you. I gotcha you. I gotcha you. You can speak like this. So when you are grabbing these things in a second language, especially in English, English is a very vast language, very deep language, and a difficult language as well. So you have to practice like this. For example, this is now, if I live in Pakistan, in India, or I live in some other country, in Bulgaria, in the Europe, anywhere, we can say university. And if we are American, we say this is a university. That's university. That's not university, that's university. This is not pronounced like T in American. The same way, if there is American, that's university. If this is a British, there's university. That's university. The same way, if there is profile. If there is a profile in American English, that's profile. 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 If there is a British English, there's profile. So this is the difference, as everywhere in the world, if you are living in Pakistan and India or somewhere else, every few kilometers away, every language gets changed. If you go to America, in America, every American doesn't speak like the other American. If you go to England, every England living person means a Briton doesn't speak like the other. There is differences in the languages everywhere in the world after a few kilometers. So the same way, it doesn't mean that every American will speak like university, every British will speak like university, or every American will speak profile, because they make this L a little bit thicker, not profile, profile. And British, they just stop here, profile, cow. So this is the difference, and this is the English. Thank you very much. I hope you understand. If there is still any question, just contact me through my comment box. Thank you very much.